Hey, it's Eric Rains. Honored to have been a part of Randomness with Heath and Josh. But when it comes to podcast, if you're looking for all the info, if you're looking for laughs and stories, special guests, and of course, if you're looking for some Central Texas flair and some flavor, make Monday something to look forward to. Turn in with my friends right here, Randomness with Heath and Josh. This episode is brought to you by...
At Temple Smiles Family Dentistry, we treat every patient like family. From kids to grandparents, our team makes sure everyone feels comfortable, cared for, and right at home. A Temple native with over 20 years of experience, Dr. Kirsten Gosney will listen to your concerns and provide compassionate, individualized care because your family smiles deserve the very best. Come see Dr. Gosney at 2302 South 37th Street in Temple, Texas, or learn more at templesmilesfamilydentistry.com. That's templesmilesfamilydentistry.com, or call them at 254-773-1970. Temple Smiles Family Dentistry, where healthy smiles begin.
They'll talk about anything and to anyone. They're straight out of the streets of Temple, Texas. It's Randomness with Heath and Josh.
All right, Josh, we're back. What's going on with you?
I'm doing well. I'm optimistic with a touch of realism.
Say what? All right, so what you been up to, man? Anything fun?
Well, I got a new job.
Oh, yeah, you did. What did you get? What are you doing now?
The same job.
Fair enough. You've been talking about this for a while, so kind of explain what happened. Your job that you have, you also have it again, but different.
I was doing IT work in an accounting department. And then the higher ups were like, you can't do that in that department, so you'll have to go to the IT department.
So you're just doing IT, but also you're not having to manage people anymore, right?
Yeah, I won't be a supervisor any longer, and I'll be doing solely IT work.
Yeah, that's a plus. Managing people it's not fun.
It can be difficult at times.
Yeah, the old HR department, it's not fun to deal with.
That's true.
And when you're managing people, there's always HR problems. But.
Tell me about it. So what you been up to?
Dude, it's been a slow week. Not a whole lot going on, but there was funny the other day. I was taking Riker to get his haircut, and or no, I take that back. He was not with me. I was by myself. I was going to get my haircut. Anyway, I'm driving in Denton, and I go. I'm driving, and there's these two Hispanic guys that are mowing. Not trying to throw out any whatever.
Throwing shade.
Mowing. Yeah, I'm not throwing any shade at the guys that are mowing because they're Mexican. They were Mexican guys mowing. But anyway, they're mowing, right? And so the guy that's edging, he's edging, and I'm for whatever reason I just happened to look at him right when he hit something with his edger, and it flew up in the air, and he caught it, and it was some panties, right? It was like some women's underwear. In women's underwear, right? And so now I'm really looking because do what?
In the median?
No, it was on the side of the road. It was it was in front of like a little car dealership or something.
Okay.
And anyway, it flies up in the air and he catches it, and I kind of notice that, and I'm like, he's looking at it, and I'm like, I think those are panties, and he's like, I think these are panties. You could tell he was totally trying to figure that out. Well, then about that time, the guy that's mowing, he's on a stand-up mower. And he comes right, and it's so funny. The guy edging is totally waiting for him to come by. As soon as he comes by, he slings him at it, and it lands right on that dude's face, right? So it lands on his face, and he grabs it, and he realizes what it is, and he jumps off the mower, and the guy edging throws his edger down, and he's just chasing him. So it was funny. It's one of those things. I really wish I was recording.
Yeah, you need those meta glasses where you can just record everything.
Yeah. But it was such a silly, stupid story, but it was just hilarious to see that. So here's another story from a long time ago. I just thought of. It's one of the same things. It's like I wish I would have had a camera. I was driving on 114 from work going towards Grapevine, and there's this building to the right in Las Colinas. If you're not familiar with Dallas area, that's like kind of a mid-city type thing. Anyway, that has these big stairs outside of the building, and I turned to look at it, and there was this naked man running up the stairs in the middle of the day. It's like, what the heck is going
Yeah.
on, dude?
There
Well,
you go.
then my coworker was a little bit far behind me on the sale, whatever, and he's calling me. He goes, "Did you see the naked dude?" And I was like, "Yes, I did see the naked dude." I was like, "What the heck is that guy doing, man?" It's like it's like 5:00, and the dude's running upstairs naked. I don't know, man. Dallas, I tell
There
you,
you go.
the things going on up here. It's always something. Didn't see anybody laying out front of work today or this week. No one died. Didn't see any prostitutes this week, so things are looking good.
Now, didn't the World Cup start?
Oh yeah, dude.
How's the traffic? How are
Oh,
things?
it's gonna be horrible. It's so the first, I think, game here is tomorrow,
Yeah.
but they were saying anywhere from 2 to 3 million people are gonna come into DFW during the whole thing. I mean, there's 9 million during the day already, and they're gonna
Okay.
add another
Wow.
2 or 3, and I'm just like, wow. But I mean, it's so good for the economy and the restaurants and all that thing. They're gonna make a killing off it. It's gonna be awesome for them. But I'm staying away from over at Jerry World, if you will, that AT&T Stadium, and then they're doing a few, I think, down at the Cotton Bowl, which is Fair Park area, which is just a nightmare anyway. And then they're also doing a couple in Frisco.
Fort Worth, right?
No,
Yeah,
none in Fort Worth.
No?
No,
Okay.
no. It's Arlington, downtown Dallas, which is technically the Cotton Bowl, and then Fair
right.
Park, and then up in Frisco where FC Dallas plays.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Which I'm kind of surprised they're doing there because that's kind of a small venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a small venue, but it's the perfect setup. But you know, the cheapest tickets I saw online were $1,000 or so.
Yeah. That's the thing. Most people are like, I can't afford it.
Yeah, and then like
So
some of the better tickets were like 10 grand. I'm like, what? Are you freaking kidding me?
yeah.
10 grand?
My brother Steven is a huge football fan, and he's like, I can't get tickets. I can't afford them.
Yeah. No,
So-
man, it's better just to watch it on TV anyway. You can sue everything. You know what's happening and who's getting hurt and all that stuff. I mean,
Sure.
I'm sure going to one of those games though with that crowd has got to, like, I'd like to be there like for the Irish or something, man, the Scottish playing, those dudes go crazy, or even just, an English team or London,
The
one of those teams.
hooligans show up.
Yeah, you know it's crazy with all their craziness that they do.
Yeah.
But, before we have our guest jump on, I do want to tell you that the randomness merch is still 15% off for the rest of the month. So when this episode comes out, there's about a week left. So if you go to randomnesspodcast.com and click on the menu, go down to merch. When you order something, it'll ask for a code. You put the code in as randomness, and you'll get an extra 15% off. And that's not one item; that's the whole thing. So if you buy 3 or 4 things, it's 15% off everything, not just one item like it has been in the past. So go check that out. So we're going to jump in. So it's episode 157. Business owner and entrepreneur Jonah Walker. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. How about you? Pretty good.
Good, man.
Welcome.
He's like he's watching these two old dudes and going, these guys think they're fun. They're not fun. What the heck?
Like, I'm good. I like this. This is great. I love it.
Have you done a podcast before?
I did one with these the twins. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, we got their names. It was like
That's good.
The
We
Olsen
don't wanna
twins.
We don't want to advertise free for them anyway.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it was like keeping it realty twins or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I think I do know who you're talking
Some
about
Mexican
now.
ladies,
Yeah, I've
yeah.
seen them. It's been a while. It's
Yeah,
been a while,
yeah.
but they were on social media. But it's been a while. But all right. Well, we're not going to count that. This is your first podcast.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So,
this is my first. Yeah, a little nervous,
so
but
just real quick, kind of. Don't be nervous, dude.
Me
Just think of
too,
it as
dude.
150 something episodes. He's still nervous. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
all the
no,
time.
just thinking of it, 3 dudes hanging out, having a drink.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing: the reason I asked you to come on, so everybody that's listening or whatever, is you're very prominent on social media, and then you also you own and operate Wake and Brew, which is a coffee shop in Belton, right?
Yes, sir.
Belton, Texas.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of the reason we were like, man, this guy's he's doing a lot. So let's have him on. And you were gracious enough to say, heck yeah, let's do it. So tell us a little bit about yourself as far as background, and then we'll get into the business stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm from Killeen, Texas. I'm a military brat. My dad Yeah. So yeah, Killeen, Texas, military brat. I went to Temple High School for my last 2 years, my junior and senior year, just to play football. And I got a few scholarships to go play college football. And then I end up going to play college football, and then end up leaving my first semester and opening up the coffee shop a year
Uh-huh.
later. So yeah, I mean, nothing much. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
What
No, I
was that
mean,
kid from
football?
Killeen that played football his whole life, and then yeah.
right on.
So where
Did
was that
you what?
college football at?
So with the Panhandle, Oklahoma, it's like a D3 school like UMHB. Panhandle really doesn't give they give academic scholarships, but not football scholarships. So I was still paying a little out of pocket. Yeah.
Okay. Did UMHB come after you at all?
Oh no, no, no. It was like
Really?
some schools from like Utah and just like far away, which was kind of strange, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma
Well,
was the
Utah's
closest one.
beautiful.
Panhandle. Yeah,
You should have
yeah,
went to.
yeah. It was just a little too far. I get homesick. I'm for
Right
sure a
on.
mama's boy. I love mom, and yeah.
Right on. What year did you graduate from high school?
Class of 21 from Temple High School. Yeah.
Good God, man. Oh,
Yeah. So
we're
I'd say
we're
about
over here
5 years
94
ago.
and 95 in it, bro.
Y'all went to Temple High School?
Yes.
Yeah, I was a junior when we won state.
For real? So
And
like
Josh was
you
a
was there when
sophomore.
like Temple and Belton were like it was like the
Yeah.
rivalry was crazy, huh?
Well, so back then, Belton was 4A and we were 5A. So we didn't play Belton
Okay.
back then.
Okay,
Every
okay.
once in a while, there would be maybe a scrimmage or something that we would play
Yeah.
them, but we did play
Okay.
them in soccer for some reason. I don't know how
Okay,
that
okay.
all lined up, but
But there was
they
still
were.
like a city rivalry.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
from
yeah.
Belton,
Yeah,
you're
the
from
definitely.
stories I heard,
Temple.
like if you
Yeah.
cross a train track or something like that, you'll get like beat up or something. I was like, oh wow.
Oh,
Right.
and well, what would happen is you would go to, maybe if you were from Temple and you went to a party and there was a bunch of Belton kids there,
Oh yeah,
that
you're
they're like, stay away from our girls, man, stay away from our girls, and it's like,
yeah.
and, and it
Yeah.
was so stupid. But then
Yeah.
what would happen is a lot of those Belton, Salado, Academy, Temple, they would go to what was back then TJC, which is now Temple College.
Okay.
And what's funny is I made friends with a ton of people from Belton, and they were great. We had a good old time. I mean, just
Yeah,
in
yeah.
high school, it was just rivalry. But
Yeah. Y'all
anyway,
remember
I didn't mean to go on that
Romonts
tangent.
Taylor? Romonts Taylor?
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah. I know he went to Belton and his situation. Yeah.
Yeah, he. You
Wrong
know what?
town.
That'd be a good one to come on, though. I didn't think about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He does
Shut
have a
that down.
story, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so okay, so you're an Army brat. So where did you move all over the place, or
No,
and
well,
then
just Colleen, but my dad was always gone. Like you know, I guess during that time he went over for a year. He made $100,000. My mom would ship him like honey buns and stuff like that, and we'll just stay at the house. And yeah, I was like, Mom, why you keep sending him boxes of like, don't they have a grocery store over there? But I'm small, like I'm young, and I'm like, oh, he's in Iraq, and I didn't understand like the concept of everything. Yeah.
right. So we'll just dive in on the whole entrepreneur thing. At what point did you go, you know what? I'm done with football. I'm going
Yeah.
home and I'm going to open up a coffee shop.
Absolutely. So I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I read that book, and that kind of opened my eyes a little more with the entrepreneur side. And then when I got back, I was serving, and I was just reading many books about entrepreneurship and um, what's it called, yeah. And I was serving, and I started up a car detailing business, and that was kind of like my first step into entrepreneurship. So that those books that I read and, learning about entrepreneurship, yeah, I was just so excited. So I was like, I took the leap of faith and just left. And my dad was pretty upset, but I was telling him I could always go back. I could always go back. He'll be there if I want to, get the business degree and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. So now you got a working man's degree. That's what my dad calls it.
Yeah. It's like, you learn with banging your head on the wall. That's how you learn. Yeah.
Yeah. So how old were you when you started the coffee business?
I was 21. I started inside a T3. Oh, 22 actually. 22. I just turned 22. So I started inside T3 and then I found the location by Summer Fun. So yeah, 22.
So,
Oh,
so
okay.
explain what T3 is.
T3 is a gym in Temple, Texas, and I had a bar there in that gym, and that's why I started at. So Ike Shaw
Oh,
owns T3. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All
Shout
right.
out.
Right on. All right. So why Belton?
Belton, I feel like with me being young, it's I could bring a lot to the table with Belton. I feel like right next to Summer Fun, the water park's right there, and I was telling myself in the summer I know I'd do really really well if I could just put my own spin behind it to get the people to come over, and then with that location we do markets during the fall. So when Summer Fun's closed, we'll have car shows, markets, and events. You know, he said, Jonah, well, when I'm not in business, you could use the parking lot. And I was like, oh man, that would be great. So
Yeah.
I feel like, where I'm at, it's kind of like on the outside of Temple and Belton. So we get all that traffic on like the back way. The people that don't want to
That
take the
back
highway.
way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the one like the back way in, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just, and I feel like Belton's a great community. The people are great. Yeah, so yeah.
Right on.
it's like
Okay.
I can use the parking lot. Bet I'm gonna throw a circus in here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for
right.
real, for real. Yeah. But I was I
Big
was
big
looking in
top.
Temple downtown, but I still feel like Temple downtown is still I feel like it still need a good 2 to 3 years before, you could think about opening like a coffee
Yeah, yeah.
shop down there. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. Okay. So I mean, you're very young starting business, which is really
Yeah.
crazy because I'm telling you, at 21, I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to major in, and I don't know what it was even at that point.
Yeah.
And at 24, I was screw this and just hoped for the best. And here you are at 21, opening up a business.
Yeah.
What was the hardest
Yeah.
part about getting that business open?
I think the hardest part is capital. That's the hardest part, but I found ways to get the capital to start it. Capital is the hardest part, and trying to convince my parents is the second part. That was pretty tough. But it was like it's your life, you know what I mean? But I was like, I'm not selling drugs. I'm just
Yeah,
giving it a
right.
shot. I'm not doing the wrong
Yeah.
stuff. So they were a little
Right.
happy about that. You're trying to do something, and I just told them I'm young and I want to give it a shot, and the shot it's working out pretty well, but I just got to stay focused and just keep pushing. So yeah, it's for sure scary, but capital and trying to convince your parents, especially young, that you want to open up a business, because you hear all the stories. And my dad, he's in IT. He works at the VA, and my mom's a therapist for autistic kids. So they both went to college. So me telling them that, they were like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
You're right. Well, it's different times. I mean, a lot of kids, I shouldn't even, not, I mean, you say kids, adults, they don't really go to college.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
they
yeah.
do different stuff because of social media. And, a lot of people
Absolutely.
also do, um, trade schools and stuff. And I'm like,
Absolutely.
people kind
Yeah,
of look down at that, but I'm like, man, a lot of those people that go to those trade school make a ton
absolutely.
of money
Oh,
and do very
100%.
well
Like
for
I
themselves.
feel like in the next 4 to 5 years, plumbers, HVAC, and all those people, they're going to be millionaires because nobody really doesn't want to do it anymore. So it's a
Yeah.
huge open
The
market.
robots can't.
Yeah, yeah, the robots can't do
Right.
that. You know what I
Robots
mean?
can't do them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a huge market. Like if I wasn't doing the coffee shop, I probably would have opened up like a plumbing business. Yeah.
Yeah, AI can't change your toilet out. That's for sure.
Yeah,
What was how was the name? Did the name come about? And was there something else you were going to call it before you
So
decided on
I was
Wake and
gonna do
Brew?
wake and bake. But every time I talk about it, people think about marijuana, and I was like, you know
Drugs.
what?
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
a wake and brew. And then people think about beer, but I'm like, no, it's coffee. But yeah, I was gonna do wake and bake, and then I checked the LLC, and then wake and bake was already taken. Somebody in Austin has it. And so I was like, let's do wake and brew, I feel like that's a nice solid name. Yeah.
Right on. Do you do like so on an off season? Do you do other drinks besides coffee, like cold stuff and
Yeah, yeah. So we
smoothies and
do
all that kind of stuff?
yeah, we'll do like cold coffees, but we do smoothies. We're gonna start doing Italian sodas soon. With my location, I kind of want to start doing beer at night, coffee during the morning. So I'm just looking into
Oh,
those licenses. So yeah, so just I'm still trying to figure everything out, but we do smoothies and Italian soda. So yeah,
Right
yeah,
on. There's someone who's kind of your competition, but in another city by Rob
yeah,
Brandenburg. I'm sure you know Rob. You should
yeah.
totally reach out to
Rob,
Rob.
he owns the coffee shop in the
Peggy's
mall.
Coffee
Neighbors.
House.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Me
Yeah,
and him are good
Peggy's.
friends. He's really really nice. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like with us guys, we do have competition, but we get along. It seems like when I talk to the
Yeah.
girls, it's more like an envious type of thing, and I'm like they sometimes they just be trying to one up me, and I'm like, me and Rob, we get along so good.
Yeah.
When I'm out of syrups and shipping's taking forever, I'll hit him up. He's like, "Yeah, Jonah, I got you." Just you know, but like with the girls, it's just they give me a hard time. I don't know why. Yeah.
you, when this episode comes out about 2 days in, he's gonna call me or text me and say, "Hey man, can you take that part out about the girls that I was?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Dude, it's
Yeah.
out now. It's out."
But even like the few workers that I have, they even see it like when like some owners come in, they just be trying to one up me, and I'm like, you're just like get along, or but it's okay. It's
Right,
part
just
of the
help
What
break,
you
each
got going on here?
help each
Yeah,
other
yeah,
out,
yeah.
become part of the network, and
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah,
way
yeah.
when you have a problem, I can help you out.
Oh,
That's
absolutely,
how that
yeah,
works.
absolutely. But there's competition at the end of the day. But like, it's just I don't know how to explain it. It's just you can just tell,
Yeah, no,
I
I get
mean,
it. I get
there's
it.
crazy stories where there's Starbucks locations across the street from each other,
Yeah,
like their
yeah,
own
yeah,
chain. So
yeah,
it's not like it's gonna you being
yeah,
halfway
yeah. And
across town.
yeah, I mean, personally, I feel like everybody would get business, but you do have to do your part with like marketing, and you have to do your part. But everybody would get business.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about your marketing,
Yeah,
man. You're just like on socials. It's
yeah, yeah,
like I was telling you a little bit earlier. It's like I see you all the time, just coming across my feed,
yeah,
man.
yeah. So
So
I like
what it's like? What do you?
I like to tell my
Go ahead.
like my crew that I have, let's try to get 100 posts a week. Even though we don't get it, let's try our best
Wow.
on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram
Wow.
combined. So I guess like as like people that are on, it can get kind of annoying, but there's always new people that come across it. And I tell you how many people we done got from TikTok, how many people got from Facebook. And in my mind, I'm like, yes, it's annoying, but everybody has a phone. You know, let me take advantage of it. So that's why I post so much.
Right.
And I like to tell myself, like,
No,
I
no.
mean, there was newspapers back in the day, but how did people like do it? I was just thinking to myself the
Yeah.
other day, like, I bet it was hard. Yeah,
Yeah,
Getting the
everything
word
was
out
word
there.
of mouth. Everything was word of
yeah,
mouth back then. It
yeah,
was that or a newspaper. I mean, that's pretty much
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
But
when you
it's like
go ahead.
it's fun concepts. One of the recent ones was like the beach theme.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
like kind of dressed up
absolutely.
in the swimsuits and
Yeah,
just like
yeah, and I think it's cool. Like, what I try to do is try to tell a story, and that's why I like to talk so much about me and tell them because I feel like if you know the owner, it's more personal, it's more of a connection. Um,
Sure.
like I feel like Starbucks and Dutch Bros is nice, but I feel like when you know the owner and know his story,
yeah.
it just makes you want to support even more.
Looking to escape the ordinary and explore the extraordinary? Meet Jani Kovacevic, your personal luxury travel expert. Whether you're craving an epic expedition to the Arctic, a sun-soaked all-inclusive getaway, or a once-in-a-lifetime trip with the whole family, Jani curates every detail for a seamless, unforgettable experience.
From bucket list adventures to multi-generational family vacations, she tailors travel to your pace, your passions, and your people, with luxury every step of the way.
Don't just travel, explore in style, discover with ease, and make memories that last forever.
Call 254-721-2000 or visit travelbyjani.com and start planning your dream escape today.
If you could go back and tell yourself one thing before opening the shop, what would you tell yourself?
Um, that don't get discouraged as fast. Understand that problems going to come. Um, Problems going to come. There's going to be problems with everything. Don't get discouraged and just keep pushing, and everything will work out. So, yeah, just don't get discouraged really fast.
Right. That That's probably good advice for just about anything you're doing
Sure.
because
Yeah.
because I mean doing this show, there's been times that I'm just like, man, I don't think I can do this anymore. But it's just because you're going through a rough patch, something didn't go right that week, something
Yeah.
whatever, and then 2 days later, I'm like, all right, who's going up next? And then I get all excited
Absolutely.
about it.
Yeah, and I started to realize I'm kind of into the stock market, and I feel like life in general and anything you do is just like the stock market. You're gonna have
Ups
highs
and
and lows.
downs. Yep.
Yeah, it's just like it, and it's kind of crazy, but I feel like life is just like a stock market, so I could just kind
Yeah,
of look at it like that, you know?
right on. What do you have plans for the coffee shop? Bigger plans, like more
Yes,
opening up more,
absolutely.
or
So my goal is the franchise. I want to get to where I can find investors to invest into the coffee shop, and I'm still the face of it, but they do collect a check each month by helping me open more locations. So I'm kind of in the works of it. So I go to Crossroads Church, and some guy, older guy, wants to probably open up another location. So we'll see what happens.
all right, where would your next location be? You think?
We're looking into Hiker Heights and by Lake Belton High School, either one of those two.
Mm.
But I
Oh,
think
okay.
we're looking into doing a trailer net, something like Summer Moon.
Ah, okay. I gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have particular mentors or people that influence you and whatnot and what you do?
Mentors. I watch a lot of Mike Tyson. I watch him a lot. I don't really have a mentor right now. I would love to have one though, just somebody that could keep me on track and keep me motivated. But at the moment, I don't. No.
Okay, fair enough.
So, but recently you've kind of brought like a business group together. Like what was that?
Yes.
Or
So my friend he does life insurance, and what he would do is he'll get other entrepreneurs, and we'll meet up all together. Like we have one tomorrow on Saturday. So I have a dog wash in the morning, and then at night we have the marketing event, and we'll just get other entrepreneurs, and they'll come, and we'll all basically just talk about what can we do to personally grow. So
Oh,
we'll do
that's
small
awesome. Yeah.
stuff like that, but yeah,
all right.
yeah,
That's good. Build each other up, community and network, and yeah, there's a lot of
absolutely.
positive
Yeah,
things from
I
that.
was watching Alexander the Great, and in the movie they said when men come together, we could build, really special things. And I kind of looked at it, I was like, yeah, when us men do come together, we do create really great things.
Yeah, right on. Josh, now you have something homework to do. You got to go to that thing tomorrow and hang out with Jonah and learn some.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Before we wrap up, there was a few other things I did want to ask you that were not business, or whatever. But well, I take that back. You mentioned the dog wash thing. So you do stuff like that, like free dog wash, but you recently did a runway show for cattlemen's,
Yes.
like you were doing. So tell us about some of the things that you do besides the coffee shop.
So I love so yes, I do the events with the coffee shop, but anything to get my face out there, I feel like when, in the community, if I could just get my face, just even doing small things. If like somebody told me, "Hey, Jonah, let's get a group of people, let's go pick up trash," anything to get my face out there. Let's go feed the homeless. Like this coming Thanksgiving and Christmas, I do want to, feed a bunch of families. That's the goal. So anything to get my face out there to show the community that, I care, and I'm a person that that values other people. And so yeah, I just like to get out there. Like the cattle place, they just say, "Hey, Jonah, do you mind being a runway model?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it for sure."
Yeah, you'd be busting out that shirt.
Yeah, nah. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, it's cool that you do. I can tell that you're the type of person that would do stuff like that, regardless if it was your business. I feel like
Yeah.
you're just a
You're a
really nice
people
community-driven
person,
guy.
man. Yeah. All in all.
Yeah. And even like, supporting other businesses. Now I like know how it feels, like how much support like means. It's like
Yeah,
it's to me it means more
Yeah.
than, making money, because it's a domino effect. One post, you don't know how many people could see it. It's kind of crazy how like the internet works.
yeah, right. It is crazy, and you're sitting there, and one day you get a text or a message or an email from somebody from Indonesia or something. And
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Yeah, but
and,
I like to like tell my workers like, I can't ever go to jail though, because that wouldn't be good. Yeah, like that would be horrible. Because they had the mugshot cheese page, and I'm like, man, they be
Yeah.
talking crap about people.
Oh yeah, those are great. Those are great. What's great
Yeah.
about that page is every once in a while you see somebody you know, and you're like, hey, what do you?
I don't know.
Yeah,
That
for
might be
real.
that might be a great viral fake. Like do a fake mugshot. That might get some
True,
attention.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that would be
true.
cool.
That's true.
I just don't be getting it. Like when people be doing crimes, and then they'll be arguing with the people that say, well, they did the crime, like you're gonna do
Yeah.
the time, and then I just don't get that. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah.
like he literally,
Yeah.
like
Well,
I
I
don't
could
be
change
getting
them. I could change them.
Yeah. It's crazy stuff.
That's funny. Be careful if you do a fake one though, because there's a lot of old people out there that they're not going to read and realize it's a joke, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we can't go get coffee from that young
Oh,
man
he
anymore."
was
you know?
arrested. He was
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Okay, if
Yeah.
we want to find you online and everything else, how to everything Wake and Brew and Jonah Walker, how do we get to it?
Yeah, so Instagram Wake and Brew, TikTok Wake and Brew. You might have to put 5 at the end, and then Facebook Wake and Brew. So Wake and Brew everything. Yeah. Wake and Brew on Google.
Yeah, just Wake and Brew and Belton, and it comes up immediately
Yeah.
because I searched that earlier today just so I could look at some stuff. But anyway, yeah, it comes up immediately. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out with us, dude. We really appreciate it. And thank you for everything you're doing with the community and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, people, really. I mean, me, and Josh too. We love the community stuff, and we try to get everybody we can that does stuff with the community, and we really appreciate you coming on and telling your story, man.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. So real quick before we go, I do want to mention again, until the end of the week, until the end of June, 15% off everything on randomnesspodcast.com. So go check that out. There are some talks with us doing another live show sometime in July. So
1 or 2.
be listening for that. Maybe we'll make Jonah bring us a drink.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank y'all.
We're gone.